Hi Aries, it's time for a new moon in Pisces. You know, new moons are so great for manifesting, creating, and magnetizing the future that you want to have. And what I like to do is I like to make my magic in 28 days, in like little 28-day increments. What I believe the potential is for what can be created in 28 days. So I'll do a little bit of a manifestation ritual for what my desires are for the next month whenever the new moon rolls around. So I'm excited every 2 weeks I get an exciting thing. Full moon's great because I kind of like to party. And the new moon's wonderful because I love to create things. I love to look forward to awesome things happening for me in the next cycle. So yeah, what do you have to keep in mind for the next lunar cycle as you're doing all of your creating? What is there for Aries? What is there for Aries? While I'm waiting for some volunteers to come out, I want to make sure and introduce myself. I'm Michele B. Make sure and subscribe if you love my vibe because I put out readings for you 2 or 3 times a week. Lots of great advice, lots of great energy for you Aries out there. Gonna go ahead and take one. Got the moon. So under the darkness of this moon, the new moon in Pisces is very prone to fantasy, to not being able to tell what the difference is between what's really happening and what you're imagining is happening. And this is a warning for those Aries that are having essentially, instead of daydreaming, they're having a nightmare. If you're imagining some like terrible thing, like terrible, like just like uncomfortable, negative kind of outcome to some major things that are happening in your life, keep in mind that most of it is just in here. Try to tell the difference between fantasy and reality. And in the long run, even if you can't see any alternative, I also got the Tower. Okay, so their impacts are dramatic. 2 major arcana cards whose impacts are very dramatic. See, the Tower and the Moon. Okay, coming up for just as warnings. It's not saying something terrible is happening. Okay, so here's the thing to keep in mind. Let me like pull it all together. Pull it all together, Michele. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, if there's something that's happening around you that is making you uncomfortable, first of all, pinpoint what that is and know that you have the right to be uncomfortable with it. Just because you don't have proof that it actually is the situation that you're imagining doesn't mean that you have to stay in it. Okay? Because what ends up happening is if you stay in a situation that you're uncomfortable with, the universe can create a disaster so you can get out of it. Because negative vibes magnetize dramatic situations. So we don't want to attract some dramatic situation to ourselves, something that looks like a disaster. We don't want to attract that to ourselves in order to make a positive change for ourselves, right? We want to just go ahead and make those positive changes anyway. So what is it that you really want? You want stability, you want self-sufficiency, you want love. Let's focus on that for this lunar cycle. Focus on stability, clarity, understanding. Focus on all of that. What is it that you do feel stable about? What is it that you do feel safe with? Stay in that energy as much as you can. Do anything you can to get away from illusion of any kind, any lack of clarity, any blurriness at all that is happening in your life, any place, any person that you feel like, I don't really understand what's going on with them. Don't be around them if you can help it, so that this drama doesn't end up being attracted to you, okay? Stick with what feels good this month, okay? Any chance you get to like feel good, to feel clarity, to feel safe and stable, even if you got to be all by yourself all month, so what? Go ahead and do that. So that's your advice. Love you, Aries. Thank you so much for being with me today, and you're going to have a great lunar cycle. Hang in there. Love you. I'll see you later.